Hey everybody, April here from aprilmarietucker.com. Congratulations and welcome, or if you're considering joining the Networkers Tribe, we'd be glad to have you. I just want to go over a quick tutorial on what this is all about and what are the rules involving all of this, because if you're doing it right, this is really going to maximize your traffic to your blog. It's going to maximize your search engine rankings, and there's a few things that you're definitely going to want to know before diving into all of this, or if you're even considering it, or if you're already here. And congratulations again if you are. So that's awesome. So this tribe was created, and there's not a lot of people in it right now, and the reason for that is I'm going to keep it down to like below 30 people in this Networkers Tribe. I want it to be more of an intimate group. Plus, I don't want everybody spending their whole day commenting on blog posts. If you got 30 people a day writing blog posts and putting it in there, that consumes a lot of your day. Most people only do 3 to 5 a week, and that is our goal, is for people to be consistent and actually write 3 to 5 blog posts or do some kind of content 3 to 5 times a week. So even if you were to just do something and put it on YouTube, or if you had something you were putting on your Facebook profile and you wanted somebody to like it and leave a comment, you could also put that in there as well if you're just creating a note, something like that. And it's the whole idea behind it is to have a group of people that are helping each other by promoting each other and creating some excitement, in the social media community too. So it's really, really great and fantastic. So there's a few things that you're going to want to know, and I just wrote it down on my notepad. First of all, acceptable blog content that you can actually post in our tribe would be, something along the lines of an MLM company review, an MLM system review, training and how-tos, which that's pretty much what I'm famous for, online opportunity reviews, and prosperity tips. So if you're one of those ones that likes to inspire everybody, which I love reading blog posts like that, that's great. Some plugins that I recommend you installing. Actually, some of them are mandatory, especially like I've noticed some people have like Disqus or things that aren't going to create backlinks when people leave a comment, because the whole idea is for you guys to get higher search engine rankings and for your content to be noted as popular by Google. So if you are using Disqus or something like that, that's not promoting that. So first things first, I want you guys to go on over to alexa.com, and I'll leave a link so you can just install it. And what you want to do is you want to install the Alexa toolbar. This is going to do a couple of things. Mainly, the main thing actually is it's going to increase your Alexa rank. Anytime you visit a blog with your Alexa toolbar, it ranks that blog higher in Alexa. It's Alexa's way of tracking popular sites and traffic and things like that. So if you have the Alexa toolbar, it's going to benefit you. And I recommend people visiting their blog like at least once a day. Or if you have an accountability partner in the tribe visiting their blog, you guys can say, okay, I'm going to visit your blog once a day, and that person's going to visit your blog once a day. Okay, so that's going to help you boost your Alexa rank, and I've done a post on that previously, so I'll leave a link below for that, all about Alexa and how to improve your Alexa rank. And then also comment love. All right, I'm going to show you this really quick. Let's enter my site. Some people don't know about this plugin, and if you already have it, that's great. There's no need to install it. You're fine. I'm going to click on my blog post and show you what comment love is and do a little explaining behind that. Okay, so let's see here. Well, I might not be able to see it because I'm logged into my account. Let me go to another blog. Alright. I am going to use Etiano, I think I'm saying his name right, as an example. Okay, so I'm on etianoatuk.com. I think that's how you say it. Pardon me, Etiano, if you're watching this and I didn't say it right. You'll have to correct me later. Let's see here. Okay. Alright, so I'm on his site. And comment love right here. Now, if I were to leave a comment on his site, okay, it's going to pull up a backlink to my last post, which is really powerful because that means the title of my post is going to be on his blog with a link. And you know, the more links that Google can see on other sites, the better. So you want to have this comment love. See, boost your blog traffic with Google Plus, which was my last post, and it's going to leave a link to that post. So in turn, that post is going to be a little bit popular. Plus, when somebody is on his site and they're looking at his site, see how it says April Marie Tucker recently posted, boost your blog traffic with Google Plus. It's going to pull up this 0 clicks on this link on this comment, 9 approved comments on this site, and it's going to make it, it's going to kind of intrigue that visitor, that whoever's on his blog, that's going to say, I wonder how I can boost my traffic using Google Plus. So they're going to click on it. So it's just a way to like kind of pay back the people that leave a comment. It's a way to promote commenting. So by having that, it's going to help, you know, your fellow blog tribe members actually get better SEO ranking. Trying to find the word for that. Okay, so another one is Get Social, which I just recently started using this, but I really like it. Right here, see, this is Get Social right here, and it really, I mean, it because it stands out so well. Of course, I've got Shareaholic, which I recommend that one as well. And it's going to promote, you know, social buzz for people to share your content. And there's a few things now when you're visiting somebody's post. Okay, so say you go back over to the Networkers Tribe, and the whole idea is, you know, just spending about maybe a half an hour to an hour a day in the Networkers Tribe. Okay, and you just come on over here to Networkers Tribe once you're in, or if you're already in, and you just click on the blog post that you want. Every blog post, you want to make sure that every day you're in here, and the ones that you haven't commented on, you're going to go comment on, and you're going to check out and share. Okay, so once you do that, you're going to go ahead and you're going to +1 it. Okay, you can Dig is another one. Delicious, post to Dig, Delicious, and you're just going to post to Google Buzz. And another big one is Like, and obviously Twitter. Okay, so those are the few things that you want to do. You want to make sure that you post to Google Buzz. Okay, you want to +1 it, you want to like it, you want to tweet it. I like LinkedIn as well because LinkedIn always shows up in search engines. Friend feed is a good one. So whatever ones you want, but I would say at least share to like 5 different social sites. Okay, at the least. Now you can do as many as you want, but at the least share to 5 different social sites. And the ones that are really recommended are the Google Plus button, okay, and Dig, and really all these ones on the left hand side are recommended. Alright, so that's what you want to do. So when you go to a blog post after you've gone to Networkers Tribe, you go to that blog post, you share their content, okay, and then you leave a comment. Now, the trick, when you're leaving a comment, make sure you kind of put that person's title in the comment, okay? Put that person's title in there, you know, just like the keywords. You can say, you know, let's see, like this person's got awesome content. Oops, I scrolled down to awesome content. April, Google Plus is here to stay and has been a huge resource of leads for me. I'm still learning how to use it though. See how we put Google Plus in there? You want to kind of make sure you read the whole post and take what you can out of it and write a little bit of something about that post. So you don't want to just leave a comment and say great post, you know, that's it. You don't want to do that. You want to make sure you leave a little something cool about it, like this one's got Google Plus is a potential gold mine. So obviously they read through and they know it's about Google Plus. So you don't want to be like a spam baiter. Another thing is too is make sure when you leave a post, okay, when you comment on somebody's post, you put their first name in there so it doesn't go into their spam folder. I actually use it twice. I use that person's first name. I try to use it, and every time I comment on somebody's post, I try to use their first name twice. So the author of the post, so it doesn't end up in the spam folder. Another hot tip for you guys. Okay, so we already went over Shareaholic. You want to subscribe to comments. Now, the reason why I say subscribe to comments is because that way, if somebody, when the author of that post leaves a comment, you can come back and you can say, respond back to it. Now, the more comments you have on your blog post, all right, Google is going to love it. Google is going to see you as a high authority site. And like I said and mentioned in my post as well, when you have return visitors, they're going to rank you as a high authority site because you must have some really good buzz going on there for that person to keep coming back. So that's what the power of a tribe is because these people, they keep coming back to your blog, and you have a group of people that are going back to your blog. They're going to rank you as a high authority site versus somebody who has a comment and the person never comes back. Google's going to be like, I don't know about that, So that's another thing to consider about that. Okay, so I always promote my commenters, okay, and this is kind of cool, and I get a lot of people that return because they're ranking for that top commenters, to be one of my top commenters because they want to show up on my blog. Because when they show up on my blog, that means when I have visitors and I have traffic on my blog, they show up on the right hand side of my blog. So you can just do a search on in your plugins for top commenters. See, mine are right here. Well, I'm one of my top commenters. Actually, I'm on twice. Etienne is one of my top commenters. Look, Mick is one of my top commenters. He is my top commenter. You got Jeffrey Kistner, Brian and Felicia White. They've commented a lot on my blog. So you get listed here. So the more people that you have commenting on your site, you promote those people, and that really people like to rank for that, because they want to have their picture show up on your site. So that's another thing, just to promote, people commenting on your site and things like that, because you want as many comments as possible. Okay, so the WordPress Greetbox is another recommended plugin, because you want a call to action when people show up to your blog. You need something that's going to say, what to do, like to subscribe from your RSS feed. And I love this plugin, and if you don't have it, you should definitely get it. So that's basically it as far as your plugins and what's acceptable in here. So once you've commented and you've shared the post, and remember guys, this is, you need to be consistent in this because other people aren't going to want to comment and share your content unless you're doing the same for them. So like I said, make sure you just go over to the Networkers Tribe, spend about a half an hour to an hour a day, and just comment on people's blog posts and share their content. Now after you have done that, so people know that you have commented, like Margaret Wilson, she just left her blog post in there, and what you want to do is after you've done that, just let her know, let them know that you've done that. Like I just put, hey Margaret, just loved your post, keep up the great work, letting her know that I shared it and I commented. That way, you're letting them know so that they know that to go over to your site and do the same thing, because they're going to pay more attention to that. But I want to know who is commenting and who is doing what they're supposed to be doing, because really this Networkers Tribe was set up for people that are going to be serious and they're going to be consistent with this, because we need to work as a team to build each other's traffic and search engine rankings and things like that. So that's really all I got for today. I hope you decide to join the Networkers Tribe if you are serious. Like I said, I don't want people. I've got a pretty small group here so far. I like the intimacy, and I don't want people to feel overwhelmed when being in here. But my plan is by next Sunday to have a training set up and some homework for everybody that's really going to boost boost all of their traffic. So here's to the next post. Have a great day. Bye.